Well, on my way home, I waited and waited for this video because I wanted to see Wes 52nd race. I got to see him race. You know, a bit of a nail biter, to be honest. I think, to be honest, I watched the race. I wouldn't have driven the horse any different. I think he got away in the 3-hole. I was a little surprised the big, huge favorite faltered coming to the half. Power and whatever his name is cleared to the front, and then down the backstretch he come with this big rush, and I said, we're going to clear the horse first over, get a run at the leader, and out comes the horse out of the 2-hole, and we're left 3 wide all the way around the turn. Look, he was on the right line coming down the lane. He's done that before, but it looked like he trotted right through the wire. I think if the guy doesn't come out of the 2-hole, we get a run at the leader. I think we're second. I don't think anybody was beating the horse that won it, but we would have been second, I believe. I thought he raced good, and I didn't think he gave him a bad drive. It was just unfortunate that Ryan came out of the 2-hole with the favorite, which, whatever. I don't know why he did, but he knows the horse better than me, I suppose. I thought Wes 52nd raced all right. I wasn't unhappy with the way Chris raced him, and I wasn't unhappy with the way the horse raced himself. I know that I'm going to think about it, and I think I'll talk to Dan about it also. Aaron told me today he could drive the horse in the final, although I wasn't completely disappointed with the way Chris drove the horse tonight. There was no reason not to pull the trigger when he did, and had the horse not come out of the 2-hole, I think, as I said, he isn't checking him around the last turn, running in. He's advancing. I think he's a good second. I was happy with the way he drove the horse, and just the way the race shook down. Now, obviously, I was delighted today with the way that White Tiger raced. I told everybody I'm going there because here's the problem. You know, you got great guys driving this horse like Tony Hall, Mike Wilder, Dave Pallone. I don't know if Dave drove him, but these guys are good drivers. The problem with White Tiger is he comes up to the gate and he's got a real good hold of you, like he's going to get right out of there, right? Like he wants to leave. And then literally, as they drop the hammer on the gate and pick up speed, he falls off the gate. And it catches you by surprise. And by the time you catch it, you're 8th. Coming out of the gate, you know, unless you push through, unless you just don't get out of there well. And today, I wasn't going to be caught sleeping. And I knew that it's been a while since he made a break. He's got his legs underneath him. He feels comfortable in that longer hobble with the belly band hobbles on. He's getting out of there today. So I post-sprayed him. I let him roll along. I put his nose right on the gate. And as the gate went to pick up speed, he tried to catch me. He started, I roared at him, and he came right out of there. Now everybody said, well, he didn't leave that good. Yeah, he did. The horses from the outside were really going at, these are horses that show 27-second quarters, and I know everybody's going to say, well, White Tiger left before. He hasn't left in a long time, right? It's kind of like riding a bike, but not really. He's changing, he's evolving. I want to say he's evolving. And as I said to one of our clients today, I think he's turned the corner. I think whether it had been allergies or, I'm not going to officially say it was Lasix, whether it be allergies or whatever it was that was clearly hindering him from being the horse we wanted and loved and wanted so desperately to see, it appears he's changed. He's turned the corner. He left today. He pushed through. I could have been excuse my language, but I could have been a prick and pushed through and left the 5 out. But you know what happens then? Then the 5 has got to push hard to get to the lead. He gets burned up. I don't know how good that horse is. He might stop in everybody's face, including mine. I opted to let him in the 2-hole, knowing that I was probably going to end up 4th, but I was behind legitimate horses. I was a little surprised the guy kept going on the outside, but regardless, it doesn't matter. I was pinned in. If I get out anywhere in the last quarter of the mile in the turn, I'm a winner. I know I am. We got to the head of the lane. I kind of shoved him down on the inside, and he was trotting hard to the wire. Just got beat for second at the wire and raced absolutely fantastic. Probably one of the best combinations of mental and physical intelligence I've seen out of White Tiger. Quite frankly, maybe ever. Maybe ever. Wasn't his fastest mile, but these, and Amy, God bless her, she says, well, it was a 20 claimer. No, it's an optional claimer. And the problem with having those optional claimers, gotta get my ticket. Thank you. The problem with those optional claimers is it's a toll. The problem with those optional claimers is they're not really claimers at all. And it's a scam in the fact that, there's a lot of people that bells are coming from everywhere. There's a lot of people that are analytical out there. Do yourself a favor. Look at that class in the Meadows and tell me the last time a 20 claimer won it. I would say it rhymes with never. And that's the way it is with every racetrack. Oh, it's an optional 20. Meanwhile, the horses that are dropping in the conditions are like open trotters or backup class horses. Battle-tested and tough-aged animals. No place for a 3-year-old that's down on his luck. And White Tiger raced against some tough horses today. I was very pleased with him today. In fact, I told Tim after, 2 people I talked to. So Mike Wilder knows him. He knows he cheats a little coming out of the gate. And he qualified him well. He looked good. So we're pulling up. Mike Wilder gets off his horse. I get off mine. He said, geez, he looked good. I said, I'll make you a deal. You can drive him forever. I'll leave him here. Tim can train him for a while anyway. He's on a short leash, but clearly the horse isn't tired. And he said, didn't look tired there. And I said, you drive him. And if you can't drive him, that means I have to come here to drive him. Mike, I don't want to come here to drive him. I don't want to drive 5 hours. And this is the other thing. Somebody said, geez, thanks for coming over here. It's my job. I have a responsibility. Not that just that I'm your partner on White Tiger. I don't like when the horses race bad. And one of these times I'm going to put my controller on my TV through the TV. So I may as well just come over and drive myself. And then I'll know. Is he tired? Does he need a rest? Or is he just screwing around? Or is he just evolving, as I said? Call it whatever you want. White Tiger is not White Tiger of last year. He's turned the corner. He's coming back. Do you see him? I let one go. He didn't run up on top of them. He didn't throw his head. Remember, he used to always root his head and be stupid? Now he got right up on top of the helmet in front of him and he waited. Around the last turn, he was just looking for an inch. He wanted to attack. He's starting to get confident again, strong again, bold again. This is where we need White Tiger. I'm not physically saying he needs to be there. This is where we need him mentally. And physically, I don't know if I've seen him better than he was today. It was a beautiful day. 54-4 was by no means a track record, but it was a great start for this horse. The day I won with him, that was a version of the old White Tiger. Sit, baby him, wait for horses to slow down, and attack beaten animals. He'll always win those races. But today, he competed and did very well against age horses. It wasn't the Open, it was a backup class, I think, but whatever it was, they went for 11 or 12,000, which is good for us, but at the same time, it's great for him. Great for him. I was very, very happy with White Tiger today. I was somewhat happy with West 52nd. I knew when he got away fourth, I was begging that he wouldn't move him, and he didn't. And the move he made down the backstretch was great. He gets screwed. And it wasn't, I'm not saying Ryan drove his horse bad. He was giving his horse a shot to win. The horse on the front was 7-1 that had cleared him. I didn't know, and nobody else betting knew that horse was clearly as good as it was. I don't know who was driving it, but he just sat on there, drove away. So I was happy with West 52nd also. It's been a good week. Obviously, the other night, Wiggle Delight faltered. I said to somebody after the race, maybe I took her last 2 good races out of her in that one race in the elimination. She wasn't the same horse. She got a little soft. She's going to mature now and hopefully turn into the horse she's bred to be as a 3-year-old. But ultimately, we now have a Better's Delight filly with a 2-year-old mark of 153 and 35 or 30,000, whatever the hell she made, 35,000 as a 2-year-old. Respectable numbers. Miss Brampton Beast come up with a 3rd place finish. She kept going in her even keel the way she does and get up and beat Wiggle Delight for 3rd handily. I was really happy with her. I was impressed with Totally Tacked on the weekend. Things are beginning to look the way I need them to look for the fall and winter. I think we've done some great work at the sales again. Obviously, Harrisburg is coming up. That's a big, big deal for us. But I think we've done some great work at the sales, and we're starting to move the chess pieces around. Totally Tactor looks like he's going to be a sustainable horse for the winter in the conditions. 5-Run Homer, another horse that looks good. We're starting to get some of our horses back. Yes has drawn into the Erskine. I think it's called the Erskine. I think somebody said he drew post 5. Obviously having a great run. He's got the matron left. Somebody said, are you really going to take him to the matron? you on crack? I would imagine we're going to take him to the matron. Why wouldn't we? Well, why? In what universe would Yes not belong in the matron this year? Horse has made over 100,000, winning 53 and set a world record. Yeah, I think we're probably going to take him to the matron. And what happens after that will be up to him. He doesn't necessarily have to be rested right away. We can rest him at any point. I think this is a horse that's going to be a pillar for the stable for quite a while. He gets around a half great, has a world record on a half. Yonkers goes for pretty good money. I think Yes is going to transform into a very good horse. We have Stonebridge Simba second in the Liberty Bell the other day. We have White Tiger, showed some real life today, some real shot, some real spark to him. I'm very happy with the way things are going. Some people have asked me, are we going to buy some aged horses? One guy said, what about Swandre the Giant? He's in the Harrisburg sale. You want to buy him? No, I think he might be a little bit out of our price range. But I do want to look at some aged horses out there. I think things are starting to really shape up for the remainder of 2019 into 2020. Thursday night, we have the final of the Harvest Series. Sunshine and Shade drew 9. Now the favorite drew 10. And Frontier Cruise is going to have to do some of his best work to collect a check, but nevertheless rounded out the rest of the year with some solid efforts. So, but Sunshine and Shade fits the cheaper division of the Autumn Series in London or Flamborough the week after that. Those will be his last 2 or 3 starts, which looks like he's going to be a nice horse. We may castrate Sunshine and Shade and Frontier Cruise after this season. We'll see. So, a great day for me. I don't mind the driving, and as I said, I didn't get to finish my sentiment to everybody. I take my job seriously. I needed to be here today. I felt I needed to be here today to answer some questions. I think that White Tiger and I answered any question anybody had about his future, or at least his immediate future. And I believe I don't mind taking the day off, so to speak, getting up at 6, driving 5.5 hours to the Meadows, having a bite to eat, driving home. I could think of worse things to do with my day than drive somewhere and drive White Tiger and drive home. And it was a very uplifting experience in the fact that now we know White Tiger has turned the corner. In my mind, in my opinion, White Tiger has turned the corner and he's coming back around. So he can stay put right there for now. Mike Wilder has at least said to me, listen, I'm in a tough spot with Burke's horses, but I don't think they have one for that class. I can commit to driving your horse over almost anybody else's. I said, good. That's what we'll do then. So I'm going away to Harrisburg next week. We'll make a driver. We'll have a driver for West 52nd. I'm not going to commit to a driver on him just yet. Mike Wilder will drive White Tiger next week, and we'll be underway. So that is my video for today. I'm still 3 hours from home, an hour and a half from the border, but it's a beautiful drive up through the mountains and into Washington, Pennsylvania, and another drive that I will somewhat duplicate this weekend, as Saturday, at some point on Saturday, I will be heading to Harrisburg, Pennsylvania. So that's it. That's our Tuesday video. You got a Tuesday video too, but I think we had more than enough to be happy about today, and I had more than enough to report about today. So for those of you who had bought shares in our Indiana horses, Jesse Balboa, and that's my girl, they're going to be returning, I believe, on Thursday. You guys can drop down to the barn anytime and see them. Somebody had asked me, when's the next drone video? I don't know. We don't usually do drone videos this time of year. Obviously, I want to let people see our horses. I'm really excited about some of the horses we have. We've made some shoeing and equipment adjustments. For those of you out there that were sending me emails saying, what's wrong with my horse? Relax, take a deep breath. Lots of shoeing, lots of equipment changes to be done, and lots of training to be done before they qualify. They haven't even really trained yet, so just cool your jets. I'll be working with those horses this week. Obviously, one of my early favorites I'll be working with all week, the Southwind Spirit Colt. Let's roll on. And Carry Big Stick, 2 horses we've made some adjustments on, and I'll be starting to go with them tomorrow, weather permitting. Won't be doing any jogging in the rain. I don't mind driving 5.5 hours for you. The rain? Nay. So I will talk to you guys soon. Your next video for me will likely be tomorrow or the next day. I have a list of Harrisburg put together now, horses that interest me. I haven't found, I told everybody, and we've had a lot of clients saying, have you found a horse that might be a little pricier that you think, even though there's value there, it would still cost a little bit of money? I have a few. I want to polish that up and take a real good look at it. Yes, is my short answer. Yes, I do. So, A couple of lists to get out to you guys this week. Another video about the sale. The sun is going down. That means that's it for me. I will talk to you guys when I get back to my home country. Take care.